Imagine a hot summer day, the kind where the sun is shining brightly and the air feels warm and heavy. The grass is lush, the flowers are in full bloom, and there's a gentle hum of bees and birds all around. It's the perfect day to be outside, soaking up the beauty of your own backyard. Now, picture yourself walking through your garden, the leaves brushing against your legs, and spotting a huge striped watermelon nestled among the vines. You reach down, feeling the cool, rough skin of the fruit. And, with a gentle twist, you pick it up, marveling at its weight and size. You carry your prize inside, anticipation building with every step. On the kitchen counter, or maybe right there on a garden table, you slice it open. The knife glides through the thick green rind, revealing the bright, ruby-red flesh inside. The scent is sweet and fresh, instantly making your mouth water. You cut a thick slice, and as you take a bite, the juice bursts out, dripping down your chin and hands. It's messy, but that's part of the fun. The taste is incredible, sweet, crisp, and so refreshing, especially on a hot day. Each bite is cold and perfect, the kind of treat that instantly cools you down and makes you smile. The flavor is so intense and pure, it's almost like tasting summer itself. This is the magic of homegrown watermelon. It's not just a fruit, it's an experience, a reward for your patience and care. Sharing it with family or friends in your backyard makes it even more special, creating memories that last long after the last slice is gone. When you compare it to store-bought melons, there's really no contest. Those supermarket watermelons might look similar, but they just can't compete with the flavor and freshness of one you've grown yourself. Most store-bought melons are picked before they're fully ripe, so they can survive the long journey from farm to store. Unfortunately, this means they never get the chance to develop their full sweetness and flavor. The result? A melon that often tastes bland or watery, leaving you disappointed and wishing for something better. The difference is obvious from the very first bite, but when you grow your own, you get to pick your watermelon at the perfect moment, when it's fully ripe and bursting with flavor. There's nothing quite like enjoying a fruit that's gone straight from the vine to your table. You might think growing watermelons is difficult or only for expert gardeners, but that's not true at all. With just a few simple steps and a bit of patience, anyone can do it, even if you've never grown anything before. All you really need is a sunny spot in your yard, a little bit of space for the vines to spread, and the willingness to wait as your plants grow and thrive. Watermelons love the sun, and with regular watering and care, you'll be amazed at how quickly they develop. If you want to enjoy the freshest, sweetest watermelon this summer, one that's truly your own, keep watching. You'll discover just how easy and rewarding it can be to grow this delicious fruit at home. In this video, I'll show you everything you need to know to go from planting a tiny seed to harvesting a big, juicy watermelon. No green thumb required. Get ready to experience the joy of homegrown watermelon for yourself. Growing watermelon sounds tricky at first. The fruit is big, the vines are long, and you may worry about space. But don't let that scare you. Watermelon is actually simple once you know the basics. Watermelons love warm weather, and they grow fast in the heat. They need good soil, sun, and water. That's it. You don't need fancy tools or special skills. Even beginners can have success. The trick is starting with the right steps. Each part of the process, from planting to picking, is easy to learn. Many gardeners are surprised when their first melon ripens. It feels like magic. This guide will show you how to make that magic happen in your own backyard. Watermelon is a vine. It grows along the ground and spreads out. Each plant can take up a lot of space, so give it plenty of room to run. This plant loves the sun, and it needs at least 8 hours of sunlight every day. The more sun, the better the fruit will taste. Watermelon grows in warm weather. It is called a warm season annual. That means it grows, fruits, and dies all in one growing season. If you are limited on space, don't worry. You can train vines up a sturdy trellis or grow special small bush types. Just remember, watermelon needs warmth, sun, and space to thrive. Timing is important. Only plant watermelons outside after the last spring frost. The soil should be warm, at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 21 degrees Celsius. Cold soil will stop seeds from sprouting. Pick a spot that gets full sun all day. Watermelons need lots of light to grow big and sweet. Look for a patch with loose, sandy soil. Heavy clay soil holds too much water and can rot the roots. If your soil is heavy, add compost or sand. This helps water drain and keeps roots happy. Watermelons don't like wet feet. Make sure your spot is far from tall plants or buildings that cast shade. The more sun, the better your harvest will be. Alright, so, planting watermelon seeds is actually pretty easy, and it's a really rewarding process if you follow a few simple steps. Whether you're a beginner or have some gardening experience, you'll find that watermelons are a fun crop to grow, especially if you love sweet, juicy fruit in the summertime. Let's walk through the process together step by step so you can enjoy homegrown watermelons in your own backyard. First, you'll want to make small hills of soil, about 12 inches wide, and 4 to 6 inches high. These little mounds help with drainage, which is super important because watermelon roots don't like to sit in soggy soil. The hills also warm up faster in the sun, giving your seeds a head start as they sprout and grow. Make sure to space each hill 3 to 4 feet apart. This might seem like a lot of space, but trust me, watermelons need plenty of room to stretch out. Their vines can get pretty long, and giving them enough space helps prevent overcrowding, which can lead to disease and poor fruit development. This really helps keep the vines from tangling up. When the vines have room to grow, they can spread out and soak up the sun, which leads to healthier plants and bigger, tastier watermelons. Plus, it makes it easier for you to walk between the plants and care for them as they grow. Now, in each hill, go ahead and plant 4 to 6 seeds about 1 inch deep, and then water them well. It's important to keep the soil moist but not waterlogged while the seeds are germinating. If you're planting in early spring, make sure the soil temperature is at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit for the best results. Watermelons love warmth, so don't rush this step. When the seedlings are a few inches tall, you'll need to thin them out and just keep the 2 strongest plants in each hill. This might feel a little harsh, but it's necessary, so the remaining plants have enough space and nutrients to grow big and healthy. The strongest seedlings will produce the best fruit, so don't be afraid to remove the weaker ones. If you'd rather start seeds inside, you can do that too. Just start them 2 to 3 weeks before your last frost date. Starting seeds indoors gives you a head start on the growing season, especially if you live in a cooler climate. Use seed trays or small pots filled with a good quality potting mix, and keep them in a warm, sunny spot like a windowsill. Use small pots and move them outside when it's warm enough. Be sure to harden off your seedlings by gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions over a week or so. This helps prevent transplant shock and gets your young plants used to the sun, wind, and temperature changes they'll face in the garden. Or, if you're growing a bush variety, you could choose a big container, at least 5 gallons. Bush varieties are perfect for small spaces or patios, and they don't need as much room to spread out as traditional watermelon vines. Just make sure your container has good drainage holes at the bottom to prevent water from pooling around the roots. If you do use containers, it's important to make sure they get plenty of sun and water. Watermelons are sun lovers, so place your pots in the sunniest spot you can find. Ideally, they should get at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight each day. Keep the soil consistently moist, but don't let it get soggy. Watermelon roots really like to spread out, so don't crowd them. Loose, well-draining soil is key for healthy root development. If you're growing in the ground, loosen the soil around your plants every so often to help the roots expand. With the right care and a little patience, you'll be well on your way to harvesting your own delicious watermelons right at home. Watermelon plants need steady care. Water deeply, about 1 to 2 inches per week. Keep the soil moist but not soggy, especially when fruits are growing. Early in the season, mulch around the plants. Mulch keeps weeds away and helps soil hold water. Feed your watermelons with a balanced vegetable fertilizer. Too much nitrogen grows leaves, not fruit. Once flowers start, switch to a fertilizer higher in phosphorus and potassium. Check the vines often for weeds and pests. Pull weeds by hand. Use floating row covers if cucumber beetles show up, but remove them when flowers bloom. With regular watering and a little food, your watermelon vines will soon cover the ground and start to flower. Flowers appear about a month after planting. First, you'll see small yellow male flowers. A week or 2 later, bigger female flowers appear. The female blooms have a tiny baby melon under them. Bees and other pollinators carry pollen from the male to the female flowers. Without pollinators, no fruit will form. If you notice few bees, Gently shake the vines or use a small brush to move pollen from male to female flowers. If you are growing indoors or in a greenhouse, hand pollinate for best results. Just brush pollen from the male flower onto the center of the female flower. After pollination, the female flowers swell and grow into full-sized fruits. A good pollinator presence means big, juicy melons. Many types of watermelon grow well in home gardens. For small spaces, try Sugar Baby or Bush Charleston Gray. These compact plants produce small, round melons. If you have lots of room, Crimson Sweet and Jubilee grow big fruits, sometimes 20 pounds or more. Moon and Stars is fun for kids, with yellow spots on dark green skin. In cooler climates, look for fast-maturing types like Golden Midget or Sweet Beauty. These ripen in just 70 to 75 days. Choose the variety that fits your taste. Pauver bijgeden, zou de variëng, base, auber, zou het danger was a space and climate best. There's a watermelon for every garden. Knowing exactly when to pick your watermelon is absolutely crucial if you want the sweetest, juiciest fruit possible. Harvesting at the right time makes all the difference between a bland melon and one bursting with flavor. Many gardeners get impatient and pick too early. But with a little patience and the right techniques, you'll be rewarded with incredible results. One of the most reliable signs is to check the curly tendril right next to the fruit stem. This little tendril acts like a natural ripeness indicator. When this tendril turns brown and dries up completely, it's a strong signal that your melon is almost ready to harvest. Don't rush, wait until it's fully dry for the best results. Next, gently flip the melon over and look at the spot where it's been resting on the ground. A ripe watermelon will have a creamy, buttery yellow underside, not a pale white or greenish color. This yellow belly is a classic sign of ripeness. Give the melon a gentle tap with your knuckles. A ripe watermelon will sound deep and hollow, almost like a drum. If it sounds dull or flat, it might need a few more days on the vine. Also, pay attention to the skin. As the fruit ripens, the skin loses its shine and becomes duller. A shiny melon is usually underripe, while a dull, matte finish means it's ready to pick. If you're still unsure, don't hesitate to pick one and do a taste test. Sometimes, the best way to know is to slice it open and try a bite. If it's not quite there, leave the others a bit longer. Remember, watermelon does not continue to ripen once it's off the vine, so it's important to get the timing right. Once picked, the sugar content won't increase. For those aiming for truly big, sweet melons, here's a pro tip. Thin your vine so that each plant supports only 1 or 2 fruits. This allows the plant to channel all its energy and nutrients into fewer melons, making them larger and tastier. Another helpful trick is to place a board or a thick layer of straw under each melon as it grows. This keeps the fruit off the damp soil, which can cause rot and attract pests. Elevating your melons like this not only prevents rot, but also helps protect them from insects and small animals that might nibble on the fruit before you get a chance to harvest. With just a little extra care and attention to these details, your garden will reward you with the sweetest, juiciest, and most flavorful watermelons you've ever tasted. There's nothing quite like enjoying a homegrown melon, fresh from the vine, and sharing it with friends and family on a warm summer day.